Hello, here's our presentation on wireless network on chip. Network on chip is a technology that can satisfy different demands such as performance, cost, and reliability. It has been adopted as the underlying communication structure by the research community and industry because the number of integrated intellectual property cores inside a single system on chip has increased dramatically. Wireless interconnects is an radio frequency based interconnects which is a new on-chip communication architecture, and it is a more cost-effective alternative if we compare it to the optical interconnects. That is because the radio frequency circuitry is more suitable to CMOS technology, which means it requires less power and area. Basically, wireless interconnects transfers the electrical signals into an electromagnetic signals by using an integrated transceiver and antenna. This electromagnetic signals will be transmitted in one hub to the surrounding node in the coverage area via free space at almost the speed of light. As for the bandwidth of the physical channel, it is predicted that the transistor switching speed will be increased as CMOS technology scaled down, which will give the ability to use higher carrier frequencies, which in turn gives the possibility to have a wide spectrum of frequencies up to the terahertz that is necessary to permit multi-channel fulfillment as this shared medium. Also, due to these high frequencies, an integrated antenna is required and it has a smaller size. Media access control and wireless network on chip. To solve the collision problem and channel contention, a dispute for wireless network on chip is to develop medium access control protocol. This plays a critical role in determining any network performance as two simulations access the same channel, which will fail, and the results will be just resource wasting. Wireless MAC protocol can be classified into synchronous protocols and non-synchronous protocols. Synchronous protocols, in order to achieve collision-free data transmission, these protocols use a centralized schedule to make sure that nodes follow a particular node schedule. Non-synchronous protocols are largely contention-based.
Now we're going to discuss wireless network on chip advantages. In terms of power, it has high free space power dissipation. As per signal decay, it has high decay inversely proportional to distance and reliability, noise coupling to the antenna and possibility of multipath interference. Next, fan out. It has limited by transmission signal and signal propagation cover area only. Next, bandwidth. Limited process technology transistor cutoff frequency, which is currently 100 to 200 gigabytes. And finally, in terms of complexity, it has medium complex. It required 1 integrated transceiver, 2 integrated antenna or cluster of antenna based on the required bandwidth and the operational frequency. Wireless network on chip faces two main challenges. First, it is difficult to design an antenna with wide frequency bandwidth, low power dissipation, larger coverage area and small area overhead. Second, channel reliability challenges. A noise could be injected into the transceivers or the antenna because of the nearby circuitry. There are new technologies in network on chip. They are 3D network on chip and phonetic network on chip. Here is a table of comparison between those two and wireless network on chip. In terms of hardware requirement, 3D network on chip requires multiple layer stacks photonic network on chip requires silicon photonic components. Wireless network on chip requires on-chip antennas. Communication bandwidth. 3D network on chip has higher connectivity, as photonic network on chip high-speed optical links, and wireless network on chip has high wireless channels. In terms of power consumption, 3D network on chip has shorter BAW, photonic network on chip has lower power in optical transmission, wireless network on chip has low power in wireless. Next we have reliability. 3D network on chip has TSV failure. Photonic network on chip has low power in optical transmission. Wireless network on chip is less reliable in wireless. In terms of the challenges that each of these technologies face, 3D network on chip faces thermal issue because of high power density. Photonic network on chip faces integration of on-chip photonic components, and wireless network on chip faces integration of on-chip antennas. In conclusion, wireless network on chip is still considered a recent emerging technique in terms of implementation of network on chip. Therefore, researchers has been working on improving its reliability. Thank you for listening.